What about calf calls? Can we hear some of those?
Yeah, I do a lot of calf call. I do a lot of calf calling, especially when cows are going crazy. And so all I'm doing is pushing really hard with the tip of my tongue. I keep my call right behind my teeth. And I'm pushing hard and just dropping my tongue just a tad. And, when you hear those meatballs with the cows and the calves are running everywhere, if you start calf calling like that, like you get on the edge of these elk, a lot of times I've noticed that I call cows in and bull will follow.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in a situation where you're hunting them out of agriculture, I love to use a calf sound because usually it's a bunch of cows and a bull following. So I want to steer them the direction I want them to go. And it can be very, very useful.
Yeah, I've had that happen too, man, where like the lead cow comes in and the entire herd comes. The bull has to
Follows.
follow him.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and more than one. Sometimes, you can
Yeah.
just watch them go by.
Yeah. Yeah. When that calf call works, man, it is deadly. One of the coolest elk experiences I ever had was me and my buddy were in Montana hunting some, actually what they call block management in Montana, which is private land, but they allow public access. And we were on the edge of this meadow and we'd been there all day and we'd seen some elk earlier, but it was really quiet. There was nothing going on. And I'm talking nothing. And we were in this one little we were by the river. We were in this cottonwoods, and there was like 2 or 3 timber patches around this big meadow, but it was just dead quiet. And then all of a sudden, we see a calf run out of one of those timber patches, just bawling, yeah, 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 and then another calf follows her, and they're like playing. They're like running in circles, bawling, crying, but they're like 200 yards from the timber patch. And it was the weirdest thing ever, dude. Like every patch of trees started bugling. Turns out there was like 100 elk around us. I don't know how many. There was 3 bulls that were probably there was 3 mature herd bulls that started bugling, and then some satellites. And what happened was every one of those mature herd bulls ended up coming out into that meadow and chasing those calves around. And I'm like, dude, I need to learn how to make whatever sound those things are making.
Yeah.
I thought I knew how to calf call, but I've never had that happen necessarily. But it was one of the most cool. It was probably one of the best evenings of uh, of hunting in Montana that I had on private or public. It was insane, dude. And
It sounds
Joel
awesome.
Tur- Joel Turner talks a lot about the calf calls. Like
Yep.
he's gone pretty heavy in that direction. In fact, even replacing some bugles with them too.
Yeah, I calf call a lot more than people would think. Um, I don't necessarily Joel the way Joel calf calls too is just beautiful, but man, I think it could be so useful in so many scenarios. And you'll hear like my dad's cow call. You'll hear it sometimes. It's almost on the verge of being that calf sound.
Mm,
It does very well with it. So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.